Looks like it worked. Looks better than the last time. Looks like it made it back. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I don't have any drop frames this time. I think what was happening is it was downloading a new version of Skype. It's like, hey Skype, can you wait for me to be done streaming? Don't download it, during the upload. It's ridiculous. So screw you, Skype. Yeah, by the way, it looks like somebody left a message on Skype earlier, so we should play that one. Here, listen to this. It is a Domino's call, but it actually sounds legitimate. It's weird. I mean, I thought when there was a Domino's call earlier, that it was totally bogus, but I don't know. Here, check it out. Let me know if you guys see any lagging or anything. It's only orange on the screen here, meaning it's not full. But my OBS software says green, so I'm not really sure. Let me try to. I'm just gonna start and stop it one more time. Sometimes it kicks it back. Oh, there you go. See, now it's green. All right. Nice, YouTube. It sucks to have to kind of jimmy you guys, like sort of jerry rig you guys. It's crazy. I've got about the fastest you can get for upload and download, so I'm not sure what's going on. But I think what was happening before is my computer was downloading something. But anyways, let's listen to the this phone call that came in. So you guys tell me if you think it sounds legit or not. I think it really sounds like a Domino's pizza call.
This is your Domino's driver here with your order. I just tried to deliver to 1124 East Pine Tree Drive, and that is apparently the incorrect address because the people who answered the door said they did not order anything. I'm going to start heading back to the store. This is the second time I've tried to contact you, so if you'd still like your order, give us a call back at the store. The store's phone number is 509-468-2000. Thank you, and sorry about this.
Actually, I think that's actually legitimate. I mean, you guys could go call that one, but... Well, yeah, Pine Tree, remember the Lumberton? I don't know if it's Pine Tree, but, let's go check. Hold on a second. It's Peachtree, not Pine. Yeah. All right, forget it. That's not even related. So I don't know, but I don't think it didn't sound like a prank call, did it? It just sounded like somebody literally calling. Usually there'd be something goofy about it, but there wasn't anything. Okay. Anyways, forget it. All right. So this is the screen that I'm looking at. See how it's green up here? That looks good. But it was red earlier, and then I was dropping like 40% of my frames. It was crazy. So let me get this set up here. All right, there seems to be another, like a body found in a bag. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these articles here. And this is in Tennessee. The county is Jefferson County. The body was found at Douglas Lake off of Lake Ridge Drive. So I've already found Lake Ridge Drive here. So let's see if we can narrow it down more based on the description. Because Lake Ridge Drive isn't really that long. I think it only goes from right here around to there. What was weird to me, though, is it appears to have street view. It turns blue. But when I put it on this earlier, it didn't go to street view, so maybe it does now. No, see, look at that. It doesn't go to street view, even though it said it would. Hey, thanks, Rob. I've never seen it do that before, where it actually is blue, and then it doesn't go to street view. Let's see if it works here.
Hello, all freaks.
I wonder if there's something wrong with the server for this. Let me just see if there's anywhere else that it would work. Okay, I didn't even go all the way out there. No. Wild. How about on a highway? This has to work, right? Yeah, something's wrong with the street view of Google Earth right now. So what I'll try is Google Maps when we get to that. Alright, so let's open up the articles here. Here's one. This one is by www.wbir.com.
We begin with a mystery case. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office has
So they have
opened
it
an
right
investigation
there.
after discovering a...
Let's see if we can just see that, just using that little map there. I'm going to move it off to the side here. Circle Lake Drive. Yeah. It's just way in there. Like that. Oh wow, so it's way down. I'm just looking at this on another screen here. So just snapshot that with your eye and then look. I've got that same Lake Street Drive. I'm just doing it off to the side so I can get a good angle on this. I think I've got the wow. I mean, my pin is almost exactly where they're saying the body was found. Let's see, so you got that one, that one. It's a little bit south of that. So I'll put it where they're saying it was. Except they could just be doing a random spot. Okay. So right here. Right off of that. So maybe kind of in this area.
A bag with human remains washed up on the shore of Douglas Lake. This happened Sunday on Lake Ridge Drive in Dandridge.
10 News reporter Brandon Bates joins us now from Jefferson County, where that investigation is underway. Brandon.
Well, good evening, Robin and John. It was about 10 minutes ago I got off the phone with the Jefferson County Sheriff. He told me the latest in this case is that investigators were out on Douglas Lake earlier today trying to piece this together to find anything that can help lead to some answers in this case. Now, I told you Douglas Lake is where this happened, but as far as specifics, we're not exactly sure. I went to the neighborhood. I talked to some neighbors about this. We do know that it was on someone's lakefront property on Lake Ridge Drive. I knocked on some doors to see if I could find out where exactly those remains were found. I had no luck with that. But the neighbors I did talk to told me that it's scary to hear about.
Yes, I knew that Trinity Jones's mother was boyfriend was arrested. I already knew that. But we already knew that yesterday, all right? Wasn't it obvious to everybody? That Trinity Jones's... we already said that 2 people were arrested. And I said that The other one's probably her mother and then her boyfriend too. Okay, so it's not, we already talked about it yesterday, and I was going to bring that up as an aside later because it's not really new information. We already knew that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not talking about Trinity right now, everybody. We're going over this case. Is that okay? Right. We already knew that he was going to be charged with the murder, though. It was pretty obvious. Right. It was really obvious at that point. He had a $2 million bond. You don't get that for stealing a pack of gum at 7-Eleven. Okay? He had a $2 million bond. It was obvious. All right? But I want to go over this case right now, if that's okay. All right? I mean, that's such a short little thing to say. Okay, yes, the boyfriend had a $2 million bond, and he was arrested for the murder, which we already assumed yesterday. At least I did. Okay? There you go. That's updated.
About this, and that this happened in their quiet neighborhood. Others wanted to know why it took so long to get the information out
I'll
there.
rewind it
Again,
because it got interrupted.
This happened Sunday on Lake Ridge Drive in Dandridge.
10 News reporter Brandon Bates joins us now from Jefferson County, where that investigation is underway. Brandon.
Well, good evening, Robin and John. It was about 10 minutes ago I got off the phone with the Jefferson County Sheriff. He told me the latest in this case is that investigators were out on Douglas Lake earlier today trying to piece this together to find anything that can help lead to some answers in this case. Now, I told you Douglas Lake is where this happened, but as far as specifics, we're not exactly sure. I went to the neighborhood. I talked to some neighbors about this. We do know that it was on someone's lakefront property on Lake Ridge Drive. I knocked on some doors to see if I could find out where exactly those remains were found. I had no luck with that. But the neighbors I did talk to told me that it's scary to hear about this and that this happened in their quiet neighborhood. Others wanted to know why it took so long to get the information out there. Again, authorities found the remains on Sunday. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, TBI, and other agencies are currently handling this homicide investigation. You can stay with 10 News for the latest updates. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Brandon Bates live on the scene there for us. Thank you, Brandon. Authorities are investigating the discovery of human remains found in a bag.
Yeah, so this is at 4:32 p.m. on Sunday, and it took them a while to get it out there. So that's why people are like, "Wait, why did it take you all the way till Tuesday to say something?" Or maybe it was yesterday at some point, but. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me get the right street here again. This is Lake Ridge Drive. I'm doing it off to the side over here. Lake Ridge Drive. Okay. Now I'm going to do street view on this because I think there's just something wrong with Google Earth right this second. It's servers or something. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Wow. Like look at this is Google Maps, right? So Google Maps has the same feature. And I just went to the same spot here. There's the circle there, and I moved the street view icon out there, and it's just black. It's almost like their entire server of street view is offline at this point. I mean, let's see if they're. I mean, if you don't get anything on a highway over here, then there's something wrong. Wow. I've never seen that before. That's amazing. Something is up. So this isn't, it's not a Google Earth specific thing. It's the whole thing. I mean, can any of you guys go try Google Maps somewhere? Let me just try anywhere. Anywhere. Like, I'm going to go clear over here to Fort Collins. Maybe it was just that. Yeah, it's just nothing. Completely darkness. Heavens to Murgatroyd! Exit stage left even. Remember that one, Ada? The little guy with the helmet? Actually, it looked like what you wrote reminded me of that. Mercury retrograde. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's what it is. Hell, maybe we should open the lines for, what do you call it? The EVP readings, huh? Oogla boogla! So again, for those of you who do watch the lame EVP reading channels who really believe that they're hearing voices from beyond using an app that they downloaded off of Google Play, you're insane, all right? And it's sad because I just noticed that one of these EVP readers are, hey, Suzanne Lawrence, thank you.
Thank you for your hard work, Gray.
No problem. Yeah, today's been a busy day. Stories left and right. Yeah. So you see these channels just growing leaps and bounds. And it just shows you how many dumb people there are that actually go over to there and think, wow, I'm going to get something of value from somebody using an app on a phone that they downloaded on Google Play, and apparently it downloads clips of radio stations or something, some kind of like, right? And the way they do it is they do something like this. Listen to this. Oh, do you hear that? It says, I need a crayon. I need a crayon. Do you hear that? I need a crayon. That's right. Oogla boogla. That's where that comes from, all right? But it's amazing that people actually read the comments. Go to one of those EVP channels and read the comments. They're like, oh, that was so fantastic. Wow, you really touched my soul. And I'm like, please never serve on a jury. Ever in your entire life. Never don't sit anywhere near it. Yes, it's way different, JoJo. It's absolutely way different, JoJo. So here's JoJo trying to do his little bullshit. Oh my God, you see how he's being a hypocrite? Oh. No, you see, personal paranormal experiences are when people have those weird things that happen to them, right? In their life. Not some stupid ass app that you download off of Google Play and play out loud. These are real things that people experience. You should actually know the difference there, JoJo. All right? You sound dumb when you say stuff like that. I mean, really, you're quite stupid, actually. Well, if it all seems hooky to you, that means you haven't had one of those moments. I have. Like I've said in my balloon story, JoJo. You probably missed some of those. Okay, but your comment above is absolutely moronic. It had no correlation whatsoever. Usually when people do make a correlation or an analogy, it has to be related somehow. It's absolutely, completely unrelated. Yeah, right, JoJo, right, okay. Let's try it again. Let's see if they've kicked it back into gear here. Weird. Can anybody else, someone else go out there and see if they can get Street View to work on, go to like Google Maps and see if you can see anything. Thanks, Rob. Yes, JoJo. Yes, your sarcasm is duly noted. I get it, okay? Hey, Rob, thanks, man. I'm so mean. That's right.
You're so mean.
That's right. I am so mean, as they say. All right. So someone else check that out. See if you can get anything on Street View, because it's weird to me. Yeah, thanks, Joan. I mean, the thing is most people have stories like that they can't explain, right? That's different than saying you download an app that plays like over and over again, and people say, oh, look what it says, and they write down what they want it to sort of sound like. And then everybody goes, yeah, wow, I can sort of hear that. It's like pointing at a bear in the clouds. And because you said it first, everyone says, oh, yeah, I see the bear, the ears, the nose. See that right there? Yeah, you should call in on the personal paranormal. I might actually do it this Friday, because I will still be here. You know, my training doesn't start till Monday. And my training is in EVP readings, okay? But I'm going to do it the right way, with the correct equipment. I'm kidding, all right? That's what I'm talking about. No, I don't. Hold on, let me get out of here. That's just my so mean image. I don't go into jail so that people can send me bail money. People just did that for fun, but that's not why I go there. Oh, well, shit, look at that. Mag got me a skeleton key, and I saw it coming and got out of jail. Well, actually, I used the one from yesterday, so now I've got a spare again.
Another skeleton key face with tears of joy.
Yeah, Mag's sent me some nice skeleton keys lately, I'll tell you that. I mean, they're made out of gold. Platinum, actually. Wow, so it looks like Ada went and tried Google Earth, and it doesn't show any Street View. Huh. That's really weird. I've never actually seen that before. Yeah, I'm just looking at the thing. Yeah, I want Street View, though. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting Street View on there. Yeah. So if we get it back up and running, that'd be great. Is woof. Thanks.
I love gray and rabbit dogs. Woof. Dog face.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But thank you. Oh, look at Richard Canick. Oh my God, he was in New York City, it sounds like. Yeah, I think it would be down. It's kind of weird that they could take Google Earth down worldwide, but I guess it's probably the same servers that
I'm
supply
back from
the
the
Street
liberal
Views.
land, NYC.
Okay. Well, let's go to the next article on this one now. Richard Canick, the mechanic. Not really, but it rhymes. Human remains found in a bag on shore of Douglas Lake, sheriff says. Authorities in Jefferson County launched a homicide investigation after human remains were found. Let me get it over to the image so you can actually see this. Holy crap, look at that. Pink is my RX. Wow, I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you.
Missed lives but still a faithful supporter. Love you, Grey Hughes, Blue, and Mrs. H.
Thank you. That was very kind. I was just flipping over this and I saw something purple bounce up and I was like, whoa! I'll use that for a padded mattress in my cell. There it is. And Rob contributed a rope for the skeleton key.
Rope for skeleton key.
Thank you, guys. Shortly after 4:30 p.m., a man reported finding a suspicious bag. Think of how crazy that would be. Oh, look at that bag. And then as he walked along his property on Lake Ridge Drive in Dandridge, according to a release from the Jefferson. So could you imagine you're sort of walking by a bag and, oh, that looks weird, and you look in it and there's just a body in there. Ugh. Deputies arrived and determined the bag contained human remains, the release says. Hopefully he was one of those smart people and didn't actually open the bag. Yeah, here's what your app said. Play the ground. Play the ground. Thanks, Mrs. Red Badger.
My EVP app said, "Hey, the grey man."
Play the gray man. Play the gray man. Yeah, wow, you're right. It does sound like that. Deputies arrived and determined the bag contained human remains, the release says. The body was taken to Knox County Regional Forensic Center for further examination. The investigation is being conducted by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and 4th Judicial District Attorney General Jimmy Dunn's office. And they were looking all around the lake for other items, too. With assistance from Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency's investigators in boats scoured the water Tuesday for any evidence related to the case. Further details have not yet been released as the investigation is in preliminary stages. I wonder if the body was in a bag and it was weighted down and thrown into the water at some point and drifted over there, but then decomposition came in and caused the gases to be released in the body, and then it floated the bag up to the surface and then went to the shore or something like that. Now, or, it could just be somebody put the person in a, I'm saying her. I don't know why it seems like it's likely a her, but maybe because a bag, somebody could carry a woman in a bag, but maybe not a heavy guy. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But the lake's pretty big. I mean, look how big this lake is in general. It's got a lot of fingers in it. See? I mean, it goes all around. And the body was just found right here in this little section off of Lake Ridge Drive here, apparently in somebody's yard. And the way the map had it on that one article was that it was right there. Unfortunately, we can't. I'm trying it again. Let's see. Still not up. Still not up. Maybe they're doing a massive update. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, lots of bags. Yeah. I'd like to know how the bag was located. Was it right on the shoreline, or was it literally like up on the sand a little bit? Because if you look at that, this is where that mark was. This is and you can tell. It appears that sometimes of the year the water is a little bit higher and maybe even makes it into here. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at, let's do some different times a year. So this is March 2019. That's close, actually. No, actually, that was what today was. So this is November 2017, October. This is March. So this is, more what it would look like, which means it's kind of low for some reason. Although it's hard to say. That was 2013. What was the weather like? There we go. Look at this one. See, that's July 2012. The water goes all the way up into there. August, September. See, it looks like it varies quite a bit. That's 1997. So this is November 2017, right there. It's weird, isn't it? But doesn't it almost seem like, look how dangerous these homes right here are. Man, that's ludicrous. Look at this house right there. Really? Are you kidding me? Or is that a dock? Okay, yeah. I think that's a boat dock. Because, I mean, look at the way this is laid out right here. Do you guys see what I'm looking at here? Look at this. The lake's right there, and eventually it comes all the way around to here at certain times of year. We have a lake like that in Oregon where they drain it, basically. Detroit Lake. Sometimes a year you drive by and there's nothing in the lake at all. And then next time you come by, it's filled. I think that's what we're looking at right here. Because that would absolutely have to fill with water at some point. You can see right there. So let's do that Google Earth thing. Yeah, see, there's water coming in. Let's go to that one that was really filled. Yeah, right there. Okay, there you go. So I thought that was a house originally, but then I could see that there was a wood ramp that went out to the dock, so that obviously floats at a different time of year. What that has to do with anything, I don't know. I'm just looking at it. Let me see if I can find a March. So that's January. December. It's not really changing anything. Alright, let's do there's one more article on this one. Human remains found in a bag along the shore of Douglas Lake. Here's another one.
Discovery of human remains has now up, everyone. We begin with breaking news right now. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office saying the discovery of human remains has now led to a homicide investigation.
Deputies were dispatched to Lake Ridge Drive in Dandridge Sunday after a report of a suspicious bag on the lake shore. Deputies then discovered the bag contained human remains. Investigators from the TBI and the Attorney General's office are investigating. The body was transported to the Forensic Center in Knoxville for further examination. Now, we want to point out this is a developing story. Of course, we will bring you more details as they come into our newsroom. Well,
First up, everyone,
let's see if they say anything different. Probably not. A homicide investigation is underway in Jefferson County. I think Jules, by the way, sent me most of these links for this one. Is underway in Jefferson County after someone found a bag containing human remains along the shore of Douglas Lake. Deputies were sent to Lake Ridge Drive on Sunday afternoon about a suspicious bag along the lakeshore. The caller said he found the bag while walking along his property. Deputies determined the bag contained human remains. The remains were sent to the Forensic Center in Knoxville for examination. So this one's really early on. We'll have to keep an eye out on it, see what happens. Is this the same
begin with
story?
breaking news right now. The Jefferson
Okay, let me close that down. But I do have it all stored in Google Earth, so when we can finally get to Street View, we'll come back and look at this again. I'm sure it'll be working tomorrow morning, I would imagine. Street View is a pretty vital thing for, like, everybody, really. And if you're driving around, it gives you a way to kind of see where you're going. Yeah, I started this one a little bit late tonight, huh? Yeah, I saw another channel was covering the case that we were talking about earlier. The Diana Keel case. Actually, yeah, Diana Keel. And it's weird that they had the two other cousins were trying to get on there, but I almost felt like they weren't actually real. They were just sort of over the top. It seemed like they were trying to get people to maybe start a PayPal or something. It was odd. They didn't come on. We had somebody come on, the that lady came on, and that was a cousin. Thought that was pretty good. She gave us some interesting information. All right, here's another one. I know Ada sent me something today. I can't even remember what story it was, but I think the one she sent, other people had sent too. Like when I get up in the morning, a lot of times there's about 500, well, not 500, but 20 emails waiting for me. That's right, Lanky Jen. And I expect you to get that name back after your time runs out. We all liked Lanky Jen. Sam the Schnoz doesn't really quite do it. Okay? Lanky Jen's actually my, what do you call it? She's a bot, almost. I mean, she types in so many nice things throughout the entire show. All on her own. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. This is one of these stupid sites that you gotta pay for. What's gonna be the shocker? Yeah, this is one of those crazy ones where you go to and it only gives you a certain amount of attempts and then you can't see it. Maybe you can find another link and email that to me. Something that doesn't look like that. X out? Alright. Yeah, let me see if I can find this one myself. Okay, yeah, this one's pretty crazy right here. Yep, same one. Let me get to this one right here. Oh, God, really? They found a dismembered body here, missing hands. Probably, what I think in this case, when you see somebody who's missing hands or fingers, usually it means that the attacker, the person who killed them, was attacked by the victim using their nails, and they scratched them directly to skin, and so they removed the hands and fingers to hide that part of the evidence. I don't know where this is yet, but I'm just looking at it. Well, let me just do a screenshot of this, and then maybe somehow we can randomly find this. I know Craft Set's working away in the background. I gotta beat Gray to it. Okay, so this is in Delaware, I guess. A body was found on the side of the road near Bethel on Saturday morning. And Delaware, let me go to Bethel first. Bethel, Delaware. Alright, so we'll just start there with a little pin here. Bethel, okay, I'm just creating a folder again. That's how we can, when we're doing our show, we can always bounce right back to the exact spot you know, we don't have to look it up again. So I always save the areas and everything. If you guys could see what my Google Earth looked like with all the pins turned on, you wouldn't even see the United States. It's just, well, the center part you see. Police said the victim is female, but she has not been identified. So right there, we're already kind of fitting into what I was saying. All right. Troopers responded to a call to South Shell Bridge Road. Okay, now let's put that one in. And then near, well, actually, let's see. Let's do this first. All right. So there's South Shell Bridge Road. And then we'll just put that right next to Bethel up above with a comma. All right, so now we're right here. Okay, so now we've got this road. So I'll just put a pin here. And then, boom. All right, so now we know where that is. So now we're going to type in the estates that it had there. Creek, near Broad Creek Estates. And all right, so these are the, well, that says Bethel though. Broad Creek Estates. I guess they don't really have that in there, so. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was in this area right there, the estates. I know Google Street View wasn't working earlier. Let's see if it's working now. Miraculous. Oh, look at that. Now we can go back to the other lake here in a few minutes. I probably just woke you guys all up. The body has been turned over to the medical examiner's office to conclude the cause and manner of death, state police said. All right. A body found by the side of the road near Bethel is being investigated as a homicide, police said. Yes, usually when you're missing a hand and you're sort of found on the side of the road, it's usually a homicide at that point. I see the same, like a bend in the road. I just want to know if that's the same one or not. Could be. Looks like a different sign down there, though. I don't know if that's a stop sign or not. More water again. There's always water around all this stuff.
News. Thanks, Evan. A new development in a Henderson County suspicious death investigation. There's a sheriff's office. The sheriff's office says they've tentatively ID'd a body that was found in the woods this weekend. A news release says the coroner's office is now working on that positive identification. Sheriff Ed Brady says a woman's body was found while a group was looking for driftwood on Tillman Bethel Road near Green River Road number 2.
Is this a different one? Oh, that's a whole different case. Jesus. That's in Kentucky. Jesus. I mean, how many bodies are out? See, the thing is, there's just so many bodies out there. The more people you get, the more bodies. Yeah? All right, let me check. Yeah. Well, Street View just started, so yeah, like right when I went away from Street View, it kicked back in. So somebody said, "I get it. I'm getting Street View Gray." I got 3 emails in a row saying they got Street View. It's like, yeah, we know. Yeah. We got it now. All right, let's see. Woman's body found near Bethel Saturday was dismembered. This is the email that I just got. One or both hands not recovered. Those deals, or did you write this whole? Oh, this is a quote. Those details, unconfirmed by state police, were put into a national system used to identify bodies by the Delaware Division of Forensic Science on Monday. Police have said only that they found a woman's body along South Shell Bridge Road. I think that's the one we're doing, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's the same one that we had there. They are investigating the death as a homicide. The News Journal found the details on the NamUs database administered by a branch of the U.S. Department of Justice and managed by the University of North Texas Health. A NamUs manager confirmed an employee from the Delaware Forensic Division added that grisly information to its database on Monday. The information, originally public, was switched to private on Tuesday after the News Journal asked state police to confirm details. The mutilated state of the body described in the database matches accounts repeated by residents of the neighborhood where she was found and by emergency responders in Sussex County. Very limited information has been released due to the nature of the incident. The investigation is in the early stages, and we do not want to provide information that could be detrimental to the case, a state police spokesman said in an email Tuesday. Though she's unidentified, the database says her face was recognizable. The database paints a portrait of a white woman under 40 years old with brown hair and brown eyes. She was wearing 2 earrings in one ear. She has several tattoos, including one of a cross with wings that was marked with a cursive Jada, a rose on her chest with the cursive R or K, and either a bird or a butterfly behind her ear. Another tattoo on her neck may have depicted a butterfly on the back of her neck, were more cursive letters, either E, F, or T. Around 7:30 a.m. Saturday, state troopers went to South Shell Bridge Road, just south of Bethel, along a wooded country road with homes on either side. The road borders the community of Broad Creek Estates, nestled below its namesake stream. Yeah, it's hard for me to use Discord and things like that. I'm just so busy doing this. I know that you set it all up and everything, but I'll try it and everything, but I'm so busy all the time. I got work, and then Discord.
Alert, Grey Hughes Discord. See chat for link. See No Evil Monkey.
Yeah, she had several tattoos, including one. Okay, I already read that part. The roadway is busy, cut through during weekday mornings, but its main travelers on Sunday are dog walkers. State police haven't said who found the body, but there was apparently no attempt to hide her. Locals pointed out a shallow depression on the roadside. Let's see. Where police gathered Saturday morning. Nearby residents said they first heard the body was mutilated while the scene still was unfolding. Since then, we haven't really heard anything other than the initial news report, said Chris Bounds, who daily visits his parents and daughter in Broad Creek Estates, where he grew up. This community is still on edge. Let's see. Went to South Shellbridge Road. So it's on this little tiny bit of road right there, right? I mean, there's... B.J. Moore was waiting at the corner of South Shellbridge Road and Holy Branch Drive Monday afternoon for his son's school bus. Usually he waits a little farther up the road, but his son gets off the bus only a short distance from where the body was found. I heard rumors where it was possibly a chopped up body, said Moore, who lived in Broad Creek Estates for about 5 years. I'm still worried that's why I came down here. One thing state police divulge is that they don't fear for the neighborhood. Yeah, it sounds she's probably just dumped there. There is no concern for the public safety at this time, a state police spokesman said. But residents in Broad Creek Estates are watching their streets carefully for strangers all the same. People are scared. Yeah. Just checking my email again. I'll have to do that one tomorrow, Jules. Well, let's just go all the way down this road here. It's not that long. Uh-oh. Did it already turn off again? Come on. Okay. See, that's kind of a depression right there, right? See how it kind of goes down and then up? Sounds like the body was just dumped. Like, no attempt to hide it whatsoever. Just, I mean, this is all kind of a depression down on the side there. Mainly on this side at this point, but... Kind of reminds you of the one girl that was killed and found in a suitcase, right? Just sort of the look of the area. Man, how would you like to wake up to that? Ugh. This might be what we were looking at earlier on that. I don't think I have it anymore though. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. This one. God. Garbage.
We begin with a mystery case, the Jefferson.
All right, well, it's down here somewhere. I thought I saw this sign, though, earlier on the... so here's where, you know, right here, that looks like a pretty likely spot. You know, there isn't a house there. You drive by, you dump the body, it kind of rolls down in there a little bit, but it's not hidden in any way. It's just not as easy to see like if it was just sitting right here. Okay, so it looked like you could see this signage right there. But I'm not sure the trees and everything else match up. The street view here is from 2012, so 7 years ago. So the trees are a lot different, taller, that kind of thing. Right, yeah. Well, they found her on Saturday. Amber was whose name? This dead lady right here? This one that we're talking about? Nicolina? I don't think that indicates that at all, Jules. Yeah. It indicates that the person who killed her wanted to make sure that the DNA that was under her fingernails was never retrieved. I mean, having her hands chopped off, how does that indicate whatsoever that she has an arrest record? I don't get it. I don't understand that correlation there. She might have an arrest record, you know, just given the fact that, you know, that she's... That doesn't make any sense, though, Jules, right, what you just wrote there. The hands chopped off of a missing would indicate to me that she maybe has an arrest record. No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means that they cut off... Yeah, I mean, they cut off her hands to hide... I think it means that you let's say I mean, you can see her face, right? And all the tattoos. So obviously, they don't mind if she is identified, right? What they care about is themselves not being identified, right? Like if you scratch somebody and you have underneath all your fingernails, you know, the skin and so forth, you would chop off the hands and then take them and throw them somewhere that nobody would ever find, and that way it'll never be linked back to you. It's way too much. It's not going to keep her from being identified, cutting off her being identified, cutting off her hands. Nah, I think it's very unlikely that's the reason. Really. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'd say that's about 5% chance. And the other one has 95%. So you're saying there's a chance? Yeah. It might slow the process, but... You know, she's got her face there, the tattoos... and everything. I think it's more likely, you hear this happen often, that serial killers, they'll cut off people's fingers, fingertips, rip out their nails, whatever the hell it is. All kinds of stuff like that, so that they won't be identified themselves. Okay, well, sure, all right. He kept the hands and feet as trophies, sure, okay. Yeah, that's possible. That's actually probably more possible than your other theory that you had. But she had a lot of identifying tattoos on her. I don't think they're going to struggle to, you know, figuring out who she is. They can probably even determine if she's had a child at one point. If she has children, it's going to be pretty easy to identify her. Well, but that's actually more possible, Jules. So you came up with a better scenario. Wait, she's got an arrest record? I don't want her identified, so I'll just cut off her hands. But I'll leave the entire face there. And all the tattoos and everything. Yeah, that's another thing they do too. They bash people's teeth in to hide and make sure that they can't be, like in that case, if you don't want somebody to be identified, you would bash their teeth in. You would, hell, you might even take their head somewhere, okay? And their hands. If you take somebody's head in their hands, and they have, let's say they have no tattoos, there's almost no way to identify that person, other than by DNA at some point, because now that can be used all the time. Do DNA research. I know, I said that, Mike. I just said the same thing. Man, you're typing in a lot. I care, Mike. I care about it. That's why I brought it up. This whole touch DNA thing doesn't always work all the time. All right, so if you actually have skin and scratches, I think the person knew that he scratched her and decided to take the hand. If this is true, that she's actually been mutilated and her hands were taken off. Right, you are participating too much. Too much typing over and over when you weren't typing before. You just sort of started typing as if everybody's on pins and needles waiting. What's Mike got to say next, everybody? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I disagree with you, Mike. I think you're absolutely wrong on that, okay? Who cares about DNA? Who cares about the fingernails, man? It's just touch DNA. Ooh, I've got it all figured out. Right. So, anyways, I guess we'll have to wait and see if we can get more information on this one. Yeah. Hey, it's Mary Poppins. Popping in. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this guy. He's already bothering me. All right, see you later, man. I could just tell. Yeah, what'd you get off the earlier show? Yeah, you can always tell when somebody shows up and they type like 19 sentences in a row. Like when somebody comes in and they immediately just jump in as if they've been there the whole time and start typing in like 9 different things in a row and just, jumping in and sort of disagreeing every second with everything, then you know immediately that they're not really here just to participate in a conversation. Who cares about underneath the fingernails? It's the touch DNA. Really? All right. Yeah. ABC. All right. I'm getting pretty good at just sort of seeing what's coming down the pike, you know? First comment the person made when they came in is, who cares about what's under the fingers? If he touched her, his DNA is on her. End of story. Right? You think that's a good way to start right after I'm saying that? Okay? I don't really care. I mean, I'll argue with you if you think you got something different, but you can already tell this guy was a whiner type. The type of person that it doesn't fit well on this channel, to be honest with you.
ABCYA grinning face with sweat, grinning face with sweat, grinning face with sweat.
Yeah, we read all the way through that DLC, yeah. Went through all the tattoos, all the different types. Now, maybe it was Mike Tuber. Yeah. We don't know what kind of bag. Oh, see how he came back on again? Oh, look at you turning gray hue. See, the thing is, everybody knows this for sure. See that clown, that idiot right there? That person already had a second account waiting to come back in after that they knew that was going to happen. You see how I'm saying? That's how you already know what's going on here. You got the troll that came in and then had the secondary account. Right? What an idiot. I mean, think about the time they took. You know, you have to create another account, verify it, create the email, all this kind of stuff. You make a YouTube account just so they could say that, waiting to get the comment back. Yeah. See? Didn't I nail that one or what? Not sure what you're sending there, Craft Set. You'd have to type it in a little bit better than that. I don't want to open that up yet. Type in what it's about. Poor Craft Set. No, you're a little late to the party tonight, Craft Set. We got it all figured out. Thanks, though, man. Yeah, we've already seen that picture right there. See, that's where I was just looking right there. You see that? Yep, we already got that one. I was wondering if it was this spot right here, because you can see that same... See how you can see that sign? Like maybe it's like right here, because there's that sign, but it could just be at the other end. But anyways, we'll get more clarity on that at a different time. I think I'm going to go back to that other spot now, in the lake. Let's see if Street View works now. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so somewhere on here, a man on his own property, lakefront property. The thing is, all these pieces of property are all lakefront. So it could be anywhere. This is where the map had it pinned on that one news site. However, that's also basically where Lake Ridge Road, the center of it is. So it's anywhere along here. Okay, there isn't a very good description. And it ends right there. So Lake Ridge Road goes right there. And then comes back around like this, all the way over to there. Right? Yeah. So look at these people just burning through their accounts. They're going to have to create a whole bunch more. No, yeah, we've already seen that image, though. Right? Well, you don't have to hide Lauren's comment. She just said Gray is so mean. That's my... So mean! What was the... Right. Yeah, we've already shown that image on where the body was on that other street. We just don't know exactly where, right? So maybe we'll find out later. She was just found by somebody walking by. I guess it's It's a place to drive through to cut off time when you're driving, but on the weekends, that's only during the work week, but people use it to walk on during the weekends. It's not really, it's just sort of a, take your dog on a walk kind of street, but during the work week, people use it to pass through. That's what I got out of that article. Right. So it looks like, people live over here and they just drive through to get on one of these main roads or something. Maybe go like this and then get on a freeway to go to work. I mean, it's hard to know exactly where they're heading. Yeah, well, I'm just looking. Yeah, I did. I just unhit it up there. Lauren Tubespring wrote 101. Gray is so mean. Maybe later she wrote something else. Let me see this other one. Yeah, it just has some clowns. Maybe she was saying to herself, I'm a rodeo clown. I'm a clown, right? I don't know. I didn't see anything. Oh, I saw that one. I missed that comment. Okay, good. All right. Thank you. Hey, look at Jim Nething. I've been wondering where you've been. I haven't seen Amber around either.
Hello, Freak Family Heart.
Jim Nething, everybody. Jesus. Oh, wow. Okay. Geez.
I want to
thanks.
hump you, Gray. Sexy man.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, boy. It looks like Chucky. Her little image looks like Chucky. Oh, by the way, earlier today, Nina Boss donated on PayPal, a nice donation, and I didn't mention it on the earlier show, so I thought I'd say it now. So, if you're out there, Nina, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, she didn't use a bad word or anything. Yeah, you get these losers out there that are really bored on YouTube, just social media in general. So they go try to find a live, and then they troll it. They know what they're doing. It's like passive aggressive. They make little comments. Who cares? Exactly what I said, right? And then they just keep, it's like verbal. It's like diarrhea of typing. It's the 13th. Hey, let's open up the lines. How about that? What, isn't that a risk or what? Here we go. Let's let the losers call in. Here they go. All right. There you go, everybody. There is the Skype number. If any normal person wants to call in, feel free to do so. We can talk about these cases. If not, go to hell, all right? I mean, meaning if you're not calling for a good reason. I'd say Lauren needs some glasses, okay? Just like the ones I've got on. Oh, come on. You got your what's the character you got on your oh Jesus. Taco time, you're on the air. Hello?
Hello. Hello, this is the Missander Veterinary Hospital calling. Again, I'm sure you
Oh
don't
my
need to ask what
God,
we're
that's
calling about.
incredible. You're a veterinary hospital?
Honest to God, are we going to go through this game again? You know you're not fooling anyone.
Oh, I just don't have time. I don't have time. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're just prank calls. You know, I could tell that tonight's going to be one of those over and over again. All right. Next. All right, here we go. Jim's Pizza Parlor, how can I help you? Wow, that's weird. Two of them at the same time.
Hello?
Hello? How's it going? This is that
Hello?
same number.
Is there any reason
That's so weird.
why
That
you're
is so
such a
weird. That's
faggot?
so... What's weird is it... that number right there that was called in is my business... My other phone number. So they must have gone to my... like, what do you call it? Digital Rain Films website. And got that number and then spoofed it in. Because that's actually the number that's on that one is actually... I don't use that company anymore, so I never answer the phone. But that's the number that's on the screen. Look at this right here. It's weird, right? See this right there? So if I dial it back, it'll call myself. See, watch. See? You can hear that in the background? See? It calls myself. So they just put that in there as a spoof type of thing. Oh, I guess... So they'd have to... I'd have to answer my own phone. Okay. Yeah. See, they tried calling just before, and then they used that as the spoof number that they put in. You know, just idiots. No, they weren't calling in regards to Blue. Hello.
It's Asmere.
Oh, wow. How's it going?
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, I was just wondering if there's a possibility that might be Savannah Spurlock.
Who? Oh, I don't know. Is it anywhere near where she lives?
Not too far.
Let's see. Well, how old was Savannah Spurlock? Wasn't 40 and didn't have all those tattoos, did she?
Yeah, I think she did.
I don't know. Are you hearing that somewhere else, or?
Well, I'm just wondering, you know, it's pretty close to where she was at.
Let's see.
And that's
Oh, that is interesting. Hold on.
country out there.
Are you talking about the oh, you mean the one in the lake? That's different. We don't know what that one. Yeah, that is mildly close. I mean, it's not like... Let me get a measurement here. Hold on a second. No, I got it. Let me switch screens so people can see what the hell I'm looking at here. Now it's 123 miles. But, you know, a lot of bodies out there. Could be. But
That's what I'm thinking.
In a bag. Hard to know how decomposed it is. But yeah, that's not bad. It's not a... You know. I thought you were talking about the person found on the road that we were just discussing prior. You know, the one that was missing the hands.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the one that was found in a bag in near Lake Ridge Drive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I guess it's possible, right? It isn't too far away. 123 miles isn't ludicrously far, but hold on. Let's see what we got here on the. I think we got a Skype message. All right, you guys want to hear this one?
Sure.
Let's see what it sounds like.
Hi, Greg. Greg Hughes. Greg.
Look at they're just wackos.
The
Yeah, see. You know what I think this is that guy. Remember that guy that called about months ago? You remember that? Where he came on the air and he was just, there was something wrong with him. Do you remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what his name was, but it was something like sort of I don't know what his name was, but I think that's who this is. They just, every once in a while they get bored, so they got to call in. You know, they have nothing better to do. It's weird. They just sit around and come up with all these little apps to make different sounds, and it's pretty weird, really. But anyways, well, good call. Maybe that is what that is. All right.
Could be.
Well, thanks, Sasmere. We'll put that on the board. Well, if it turns out to be true, we'll know who said it first. You.
Okay.
All right. All right. Thanks for calling.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Hello. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, Carrie, that there's people like that have nothing better to do? See, it's all part of this troll squad. You know, they showed up on a video that I made. But it's easy to stop, because all you do is you just go like this. And you quit Skype, right? There you go. Done. Yes, personal paranormal. Well, anyways, everybody, I think that's about it for me tonight anyways. I was just, we covered 2 cases. There isn't a ton of information on those. The case with Trinity Love Jones, I think that was her name. Yeah, first name. She, the the boyfriend of her mother was arrested for the murder, and the mother was arrested too. And but we just kind of all assume that anyways, right? Because when you're arrested and you have a $2 million bond, that means you did a capital offense. You don't get that for armed robbery or anything like that. Oh, you tried to call? Well, it did. I said hello and then you just hung up, Kit Kat. Well, try it again, Kit Kat. Let's try it again. Here, let's do it again. I'll let you call in. Let's do it. All right, there it is. Call it in. But I said hello, and nobody said anything, and then it just hung up. I didn't hang it up. All right. Hello? 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 Hello, hello? Yeah, I'm saying hello, but nobody's saying anything. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Greg.
Hey. Who's this?
Hey, this is Richard, the mechanic.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. I know you're getting ready to sign off, but
Yeah.
I thought I'd give you a quick call.
Well, how's it going?
Oh, all right. I got back in town here. I had visiting a sick relative up in the liberal land, the
New York.
communist frontier. Yeah.
Yeah, with
for about 2 weeks.
With that new the congresswoman, whatever the hell her name is. Man, she's really.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad because she's really dumb, like a really dumb person. But she did win, so that's I mean, that's something. But that's just because there was a lot of people that they just believe in that shit. But she's really a really dumb person that happened to win, and that's what's scary. I mean, somebody that stupid that could actually become a congressperson. Amazing.
Yeah, she was talking about the 3 chambers of Congress.
Yeah, she's really dumb. Okay, it's weird.
Yeah, because she's got a bachelor's degree in economics from Boston University. She must have been one of those people that
hold on one
bribed
second.
some.
Hey, Kit Kat, I actually answered your call first, and I kept saying hello, 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 and then it hung up, and then Richard called in. So I'm not sure what's going on, and maybe you're not hitting the audio, you're not engaging your audio or something. I don't know, but anyways. Well, I guess you're using a phone, so I don't know why it would be like that. So anyways, go ahead. What was that?
Oh, no. She was talking about the 3 chambers of Congress, and she's actually got a bachelor's degree from Boston University in economics, supposedly.
No way.
And she doesn't even know that it's 2. And I think she's getting confused with like the 3 different branches
of government.
Yeah. But she said one time something like, "Well, who cares about details? I'm a big picture person." Something like that.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
Scary, actually.
But they're gonna, that wing of the party's gonna just drive the whole election to Trump. I mean, people aren't, the moderate Democrats are just going nuts. They're gonna, the liberal wing of the party is gonna run them right off the cliff.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know how
just
to
let
work.
them keep doing. Yeah, but are you coming down to that crime con?
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to figure out how to make it happen.
When is it? In June?
Yeah, it's like June 7th or 8th or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I live down here, so if you come down,
Yeah. You come over to the place, have a beer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That'd be sweet.
So many good bars down here. So.
No way. In New Orleans? Are you kidding me? There's no good bars there. Come on.
They have a couple.
Just a couple?
But,
okay.
Restaurants here come and go a lot. The old ones stay forever. But when you open a bar, they just don't close. People would rather drink rather than eat. And so take you out, buy you a drink if you come down.
Okay.
So
cool.
and I've had, when I was up there in New York, I just didn't have time to listen to your channel, but I've been going through some of the videos that you've done, and some interesting stuff going on. And whatever happened to the guy who was the trial in California, the one who killed his business partner?
Chase Merritt. Yeah, it's still going on. I just got kind of bored of it because it's like it goes on, and then it cut. The coverage, they were covering it every day, but then they quit covering it, and then you kind of miss something, and then you go back. So now it's the defense, I guess, is doing it, and they're gonna have audio and video. It's really It's just so long. I think they said it's going to take 6 months, but I don't think it's going to take that long.
Oh my God! They just had a guy down here a few days ago before I got back who killed 3 of his daughters and his wife with a hammer in the head. You know this.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in the world. It's like things are just out of control.
It must be psyops, man. It's the Illuminati and psyops, something like that.
Mind control.
Oh, there you go. Yes, it's signals sent out, and only a certain number of people it affects. It's weird. Yeah.
Right, the ones with those implants, I guess.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But
yeah. The alien implants. Arts parts.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, little metal
yeah.
slivers of metal.
I've been watching that show, Project Blue Book. It's on History Channel. It's based on actual stuff, but it's like a show. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like X-Files, you know, but it's a little bit, but it's more based on real, you know, well, let's see. It's not, when I say based on, they say inspired by events of, you know, so that when you say the word inspired by, that means you can have a lot of leeway at that point. You can put in all kinds of stuff, but like the other day they had Betty, like they had Betty and Barney Hill episode, the guy that was abducted, but they called him some other name and his wife, but yeah.
Right. Have you ever seen anything? I never have. I wish I mean, I've seen some things that are, you know, you're just not sure about, but nothing that's really definitive.
Yeah, I saw something when I was a kid. It kind of was like we were in New Mexico. It was by a cloud, and then it just sort of shot behind it real quick. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
That could have been, something that a real airplane can't do.
Yeah, it was, but again, it's like there's no way to actually say what it was or not. So after I think about it for a while, I go, can't think of anything else.
Right. I saw a Chinese lantern a couple of years ago. I think that's what it was.
Oh,
and they send them up somewhere like on the East Coast, and they go west, or no, on the West Coast, and they go eastward. And they're like, they have a flame inside of them, and they're kind of like filled with helium or something, and they float. But I think that's what it was. I don't know. That's the weirdest thing I ever saw. But it was yellow, and it just kept moving. Not fast though. It was slow. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was. I know you're getting ready to sign off. So I didn't want to hold you up. I probably.
Well, no,
I'd go to bed.
It was good that you called in. You got to at least end the show with a normal call. That's why I was hoping when Kit Kat was trying to call. I don't know what the deal was with her phone, though. It wasn't connecting. But she would have been a normal person. Too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a whole bunch of prank calls coming in. As per usual.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's or remember you were talking one time about somebody, maybe it was on that Oni's channel, somebody you're saying don't listen to this, some woman that was making stuff up about cancer. Who was that?
Wasn't that like Miss Analyze? I don't know. I can't remember her name. I don't remember who that was.
Okay, because
I think it was.
I really don't other than your channel, I don't really look at it. I sometimes I'll see when you're not on Oni, but you know, but that's about the only other one I do.
Yeah. I like Oni. But what here's the thing is I don't like is how they're all sort of taking a lot of the stuff that I do. Now they all, they have the thing where when somebody contributes, it says the words that they, they type in, and I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's sort of frustrating, but I guess, Imitation's the sincerest form of flattery, I guess, but at the same time, it makes everybody. It doesn't distinct. Everyone's sort of becoming clones, and I just kind of had my own thing, and now you have other people doing exactly. Like there was another show today that covered the exact same case with the missing, the woman that was found in Diana Keel. Another channel had the same exact thing, saying the same stuff, same people. It was just really frustrating for me, so it actually
they're like minor league compared to your channel. They're okay, but
yeah, I get what you're saying, but it does make me it sort of sucks the energy out of me though. I mean, that's what I don't like about it. Is that like I'm all excited about a case, I like to keep covering it, and then the next 2 minutes later they're all covering it, and it's like, shit. And then people go, oh, did you hear what they said on this channel? They said this and this, and it's like, I don't give a shit what they said over there. Okay? And the only reason you're caring is because they just copied what I was doing, So it's like, it's frustrating.
I can tell though on their channel when they mention your name, that's like they really respect you. I mean,
they do mention it sometimes. I mean, I guess that's cool too, but at the same time, it's I don't know.
I think they know you're like the top dog, and I think they know that, but they're okay.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm the top. Not at all. Oh well, thanks. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm the top. I'm just saying that I'm one of the few people that does live true crime. At least I was. Now there's a whole bunch of people doing it, and what it is what sucks is it just sort of dilutes the whole thing, because you have these similar people watching the similar things, and then if you're all covering the same case at the same, like when everybody's covering Kelsey Barrett, I sort of stepped away from that a little bit too, and then everybody, they all came in on Chris Watts, and then I started covering Kelsey Barrett, and then all of a sudden they all started covering Kelsey Barrett, and now that's all they ever do. Every time there's any sort of update at all, it's Kelsey Barrett every second. And then if there's another interesting case, then all of a sudden that's being covered. So we're all covering the exact same thing at the exact same time. So that's what I'm trying to say, is it's frustrating.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I mean, I guess I can only, I don't own these stories, But you always wonder, God, did somebody tell them because they saw my show and then run over there really quick, or
one thing that I'm a little perturbed about is I put on, when I subscribe to your channel, I put on there to be notified when your live is coming on, and YouTube doesn't do that very regularly. I don't get notifications, and I don't know why. But I think maybe I have to go back and refresh it or something.
Well, you probably have to hit the notification bell, and then when you hit the notification bell, you actually can choose to get notifications every single time, or just sometimes. And if you hit sometimes, you can mark my word that YouTube will never give you one. They'll probably give you what they want to give you, because they want, the bigger videos, because they get more ad money from them, right?
I see. I might have hit the wrong one there. I'll have to go back and check and do it again. So hit the one that says every time then.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do that. Hey, I was going to mention to you, see Tiger Woods is coming back.
Oh yeah, I've been watching. Yeah, he's been getting better. Last year he played all last year too. He actually made $5 million last year and had a win. So this year is his second year, and he seems to kind of start each tournament really slow, and then he starts dialing it in at the end, but it's always too late. So he's got to, I think he needs to play more often. Actually, you can't keep doing the 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. Yeah.
What's this tournament? The Players tournament that he's
Yeah, the
coming up
Players'
in a few days.
Championship is like really the fifth major. All the players think it's they think of it as one.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Yeah. Well, maybe not quite there, but right. You know, winning a Players' Championship is a big deal. So
Where do they play that? Is it do they rotate it, or is it one
it's
place?
always at the same place. It's like the Masters.
Where is that? Where is
I
that?
think it's like Sawgrass something or other. I can't remember the name. The whole
Yeah,
tournament,
Sawgrass.
but-
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Not sure what state.
Be able to
that's
see,
in.
catch some of that. It's this weekend, I guess, coming up. So, well, listen, my friend, I'll let you go.
Oh, okay.
And,
yeah, I was just reading somebody came in and trolled again.
Oh, really? I remember back then, back to Molly Tibbetts, there was the one, you can't deport us all. that guy who kept calling.
Yeah, well, anyways, the decapitation station guy, he was right. I mean, I didn't invent doing that. It's been all over, you know, putting the audio when somebody donates, right? That's actually something that it's used on Streamlabs. I'm just saying that these other true crimers didn't do it. And then all of a sudden now everybody has the same stuff going on the screen other than the look of the screen. So that's the part that's bothering me, all right? I didn't say I invented it. See, that's why some of these idiots that type in here, like decapitation station, their brains are really little because they don't get when somebody's saying something. Like the one time I said, wow, look at, they're all using Google Earth now, going to Street View every sec. And then they came back and said, Gray thinks he invented Google Earth and he's the only one. And it's like, no, I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is you weren't using it. And then you saw my show and thought, wow, look at this. I'm going to do that too. And that's what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying I invented it and that nobody can do it. I'm just saying it's bothersome when everybody starts doing the same things on their channels, right? I mean, I don't know. You know, obviously, like I use Zoom now. You know, I saw somebody else use Zoom, and I use Zoom, and sometimes, and I use Skype sometimes, and it's just another tool, but I don't know if that's an equivalent. That's not really part of the show. It's just a way to let people call in.
But you do Google Maps in a way that's Google Earth in a really, you're a unique way you do it. I think that
hey, decapitation.
No one else
hold on.
does it that way.
Look at this decapitation station. They're just such a loser. Look at them. They're so angry. Why don't you do your channel, decapitation station? Okay, idiot. Just do your channel, and don't worry about what's going on my channel. You sound like a complete moron. All right. Wow. What a loser. Yeah.
Jeez. I can't see the chat. I'm just on my phone.
Yeah.
Decapitation station.
Yeah. I'm just venting on things that I noticed and what I feel like right now. Okay? Tomorrow I'll probably feel different. But this guy, you know, he's just one of those trolls that shows up. That has to type in, you know, everybody knows what I'm talking about. They see it.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's disruptive, and it's like you don't need that. There's bullshit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But you do Google Earth. You do Google Earth really well. You know, nobody else does it the way you do it. And that's one of the reasons I'm a big geography guy. I love geography, and you do a really good job with it, with the pins and you really get down to the detail on it. Other places do it, but they just do it superfluously. And that's one reason I always liked your channel from the beginning, especially during the Molly Tibbetts when I first started watching you. You were really good with that, you know. And I think that keeps a lot of people's interest.
Well, I mean, I've been using it for so long that I sort of can move around in it. You know, use the mouse and things, and you can fly around, and it's kind of easy for me. But anyways.
Yeah, well, you can tell.
I didn't mean to go off on such a long tangent about it, but it's just really something that I've been noticing lately out there. But it sort of drains me a little bit. But I keep on going, right? The Energizer Bunny.
There you go.
Right? I actually go watch Oni, True Crime and Gossip. Sometimes, like in the evenings and stuff, when I'm not doing a show, I'll tune in over there. I'll watch a lot of them just to kind of see what's going on. And
right,
the thing is, I like Oni, right? Like, he's a nice person. All right. Some of the other ones have not really treated me poorly on the side. Now they're trying to pretend like they weren't like that. But Oni's always been nice. So
yeah, he seems like he's knowledgeable, but not like you are. But he's learning, I guess. But seems like a nice guy. He did that. What was her name? Jay for Justice. Her mother died, and he did a vigil for her mother online there. That's really nice of him to do that.
Yeah, Jay for
Yeah,
there's a lot of drama too, but at least it seems like it's calming down now. But it's amazing that you still go on these channels, and it's just a whole night of like, this guy said this, and they went over here. Oh my God, how could they? It's this whole thing. I mean, I guess you could say what I'm saying right now isn't show related, but I'm just kind of voicing my concern that it seems like I don't know. Jesus, who cares? What's going on?
Well,
Jewel? What was that?
Yeah, I just don't watch it. I just watch your channel, so I don't know what's going on with these other ones really. So I don't. But it sounds like they're from what you're describing. It sounds like World War III with some of these people.
Yeah, it was like that for a while. It seems to be calming down now, which is good. But
oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, people are threatened all the time, Miss Angels. That's the case. That's the truth of it.
Oh.
It sounds like.
Well.
I mean, I heard that Oni was threatened on a different channel, like on Molly Golightly's channel, and then he did a show, and then he called the police while he's on his show. I mean, so. I guess that. I mean, well, he called to make a report or something while he was doing his show to the police or something about being threatened on his show. I don't know. That's what somebody told me. I heard part of it, but
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of whack jobs out there. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if a guy like this clown above, or a woman, or whatever this person is, this decapitation station.
Yeah, that's
I bet.
A sick.
Yeah, what a weird name too, right? That's the name a psycho would put up on there. But they, I wouldn't doubt if there's somebody that would do threats like that to people. That seems like something they would do. They're just, you could tell they were really angry and violently angry for nothing, Yeah.
Well, that one that called you that one time, he wanted to come and punch you in the face. Remember that guy?
Which guy? Yeah. I think that's the guy that called in earlier. He's still out there. That could even be who that is right there. Decapitation station.
He really sounded like he wanted to, not just you, but just like kill. I mean,
yeah, he was an angry person. Angry people.
Yeah, really pissed off guy. I've just been noticing today when I first I've been back a day, but people like tailgate me today, and like just a lot of jerks on the road. I don't know if it's because of this change in the daylight saving, people losing an hour of sleep or something, and
could
like
be
really ag people down here right now. I don't know. It was just a bad day that way. I must have had 3 or 4 people tailgating me because I wasn't going fast enough or something, and it's wackos. But I don't know. I think it has something to do with it.
Yeah, I got the.
You know.
I was telling you guys earlier, Nina. I don't know if it's Boss or Basse, donated on PayPal, and she wanted me to do a flyby of the Mount Kilimanjaro, or Jaro, in Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you can see on the screen right now. So I'm gonna do this flyby. But Richard, thanks for calling me up and getting me back to at least somewhat normal. Although I then started talking about things that are bothering me lately.
That's all right.
But I know that I can't do anything about it. That's the problem. I'm just gonna keep doing my show, and however it turns out, and you won't hear me complain about it again. I'm just saying that's something I'm bringing up tonight because I thought of it. It's frustrating.
Just keep keeping on and doing what you're doing. That gets them even madder, you know. That's
yeah.
So just keep up the good work. And
well,
good
thanks.
talking to you again.
Yeah, you too. Richard Canick, who just got back from New York. And maybe I'll be able to hook up with him at CrimeCon if I actually go. Hopefully I get to. All right?
Yeah. We'll
All right.
see if that happens. Absolutely.
That'd be sweet. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
All right, Gray. Talk to you again.
All right,
Good night.
Talk to you later. Good night. Bye. All right, everybody. Before we do the flyby here, I'm going to thank a bunch of people. Oh, by the way, my Blazers won tonight. In Los Angeles Clippers, they're actually a good team, and we beat them on the road, so that was good. Yeah. Hey, Jay Case made it. I just was reading one of Jay Case's comments on that earlier show from the night. He said, I was struck by the first caller, her cousin, when she mentioned things dramatically changed 2 years ago, just when Mrs. Keel became an ER nurse and would have become independent. That is such a good point. That's exactly right. As soon as she went to the schooling, became a nurse, and now she could do whatever the hell she wanted to do. And now he needed to control her more. That would really upset a controlling, insecure man. Then to file for divorce. No more income stream, as it sounds like his rentals were junk and problematic. Hashtag Nefarious. Missed alive. Yeah, that was a great point there, Jay. Jay Case, the ER doctor. Here, I'm gonna thank everybody from today, the entire day's super chat. All right, so thank you to Lauren Tubespring, who said some nefarious things, Jim Nething, Kit Kat, Raven 187, Miss Red Badger, or Ms. Red Badger, Rob, Pink is my RX with the really nice donation there, big one. J. Richard Canick, Fixin 7373, Mag, Rob, Suzanne Lawrence, and Rob again. He's always helping me get that. He's never quite giving me the key here. He's always giving me a rope or something to drag that key in with. Full Metal Jackalope. Anquilique Stone, Kit Kat, Patty Nielsen, and there you have it. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. And then there was also the donation that I mentioned earlier by Nina Boss on PayPal on the side. It didn't show up on the stream, though, okay? And she requested to go to Mount Kilimanjaro, and that's exactly where we're going to go right now. All right? So here comes the Furious Freaks song. Wow, that's kind of weird. Look at that. Good night, freaks, as Dara would say. Pretty cool. It's got so much detail on it. It's weird. Alright. Anyways, thanks everybody. Thanks for letting me vent a little bit. It's not going to change anything of how I do the show. It's not going to change how anybody else does their show, but it's just something that I wanted to bitch about tonight. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to say that at the end. Well, I didn't know if I wanted to. I didn't actually think about it until the end right there. But I thank you all for listening and supporting the channel and showing up and hanging out into these late wee hours of the evening. All right, I know it's well past midnight in a lot of the places you guys live, so you're you know, really supporting me by staying up this late. All right, thank you all again, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.